It's about 35 minutes, give or take, depending on weather and traffic. If you don't like dad jokes or history, it's going to feel like 2.5 hours. All right, so as we get underway, y'all do have, take a look back at me for a second, I do have some rules of the river, you guys. Safety first. So first one is watch these bridges. Try not to touch the underside of the bridges. Some of them are kind of sharp. I want your little fingers. Also, no standing on the boats. If y'all can keep your seats, especially during the Whitewater Rapids part of the tour. Also, I got these rails all the way around the side of the boat. We do have some landscaping around here, and so I don't want you to get scraped out. Keep your body parts inside the rails. No smoking, vaping, dipping, or wacky tobacco on the boats. That's a river level rule. And unfortunately, if you can jump from there, I'll give you $1 off. Okay. Actually, I'm out of sense. Also, I got life preservers, y'all, on my left and on my right, inside the hull of the boat. They've never been used. They're still in the shrink wrap. This is very important, though. If you do find yourself in the water, like we hit something, like an iceberg or something, do not panic. Just stand up and walk out. 90% of the river is about 3 feet deep, y'all. About 3 feet deep. So we got that going for us. And then lastly, it does get kind of loud here on the river. And out of respect for your fellow passengers, we kind of have movie theater guidelines as far as sound. So if everybody keep private conversations down just a little bit, like you're in a movie theater. Not everybody wants to hear, I get it, not everybody wants to hear me drone on, but some of us do. Also, I got to hear my radio calls as well. But once again, let's do it to it. You guys ready?
Woo.
First up, St. Anthony de Padua. See this statue right here? St. Anthony de Padua with the, well, he's got a baby with a six-pack right there he's holding. Now, he lived in the 12th century in Portugal, and that statue was a gift from the country of Portugal in 1968 for the San Antonio World's Fair. Some of y'all know about the Hemisphere, maybe. In 1968, San Antonio hosted the Hemisphere, the Expo. This World's Fair put our city on the map in the modern era. Huge deal. Just a little sleepy little town before that. And that statue is known as the patron saint of lost articles. Yes, yes. But here's one of our 2 Guinness Book properties. If you look behind me, see that hotel, big tall hotel just popping into view? It's got 2 spikes on top. That's the River Center Marriott. River Center Marriott. Finished in 1988. They were planning it in 85. They had a huge problem. There's already a hotel sitting there on that spot since 1906. It's at the historic Fairmounts Hotel. Now, they couldn't tear down the Fairmount because it was a historic building, so they moved it. The entire Fairmount Hotel is today in the Guinness Book of World Records still, but the largest building ever moved through city streets on tires, air-filled pneumatic tires. They moved it just a few blocks to Nuevo and Alamo Streets. It took them 6 days, 0.04 miles an hour, and they reopened. You can stay there today. And there's a 20-minute YouTube documentary on it. Shows how they did it. It's pretty amazing.
It's amazing.
All right. All right, so on our left, it's starting to peek out through the trees. It's a big hotel, and it looks a little bit like a Lego set. We're going to see it more of it here after we cross under. We're going to take a left. Just want to point it out more in a moment. Now, on the right here, we've got this red torch right before Alamo Street Bridge. That is the Torch of Friendship, that sculpture.
Yeah.
That was a gift from Mexico to the Estados Unidos. It was a gesture of goodwill from the Mexican people in 2003.
All this stone is like that limestone.
And the artist is known only as Sebastian, this mysterious Mexican artist from Chihuahua. He designed that thing. All right, so I'm going to keep us in the shadows as much as I can today. Do a quick traffic stop here. We're going to be stopping at some random places for safety. We don't usually do bumper boats till after about 10:30. All right, so we're looking good on the right. So coming around the left, we're going to see this hotel again. And this hotel is known as the Hilton Palacio del Rio, which is Spanish for Hilton Palacio del Rio.
Which is Spanish.
It's a palace on the river. Now, there it is. See, it looks kind of like Legos. Now, it was finished in 1968, right before the World's Fair, on the cusp. They had to do it fast. Reason is, on a time clock, roll it back 9 months, city realized, whoops, We goofed up. They didn't realize twice as many people were coming than they planned for. 6 million instead of 3. Everybody wanted to check out San Antonio. Couldn't put them all up. They needed hotel rooms and fast, so they put out the word. Anybody out there who could build a giant hotel in less than 9 months, you got the job, and we'll just give you the land underneath it. And not a lot of people stepped up because this has never been done before. It's unimaginable. Except for this guy, Zachary. This H.P. Zachary, engineer, knew about this new thing called modular construction. Modular. I call it Lego construction. And he said, I can do it in less than 9 months. If I don't, I'm going to sell you back the building for $1 US. It was in the contract. And this is how he pulled it off. Quick sidebar, though. On our right is Guru Historia, one of our 3 ticket areas and loading docks. This took almost 18 months to build, this limestone ticket area on the right. Almost 18 months. And this entire hotel, not nearly that long. So this is how Zachary pulled it off. On the left here, first 4 floors were the base. The entire rest of the hotel was built 8 miles away on an assembly line. 5th floor all the way up. They built it in a warehouse, 70,000 pounds a piece, these hotel rooms. They came fully equipped with everything, including but not limited to carpet, wallpaper, light fixtures, plumbing, electrical, beds, side tables, shower curtains, bed sheets, towels, pillows, chairs, mints on the pillows, art on the walls, Bibles in the drawer, brought over here in giant flatbed trucks, lifted to the place with giant cranes, sometimes as many as 35 a day like Lego bricks. Next thing you know, this building's in again, this book of world's record, the fastest hotel ever built, 202 working days, is 7.5 months.
Woo!
It's the first time I got that today. It's wind, water, and explosion proof. That's how they build cruise ships today. Pre-built Lego hotel rooms. Pop them into place. All right, so on our left, though, this is basically the genesis of San Antonio. Modern age now. This is called La Villita, Little Village. First neighborhood, city's history. Established in 1722. This is where Spanish soldiers lived while they helped Spanish monks build the Alamo. And Spain basically owned Texas back then, y'all. And eventually, you may know this guy, 1836, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. Santa Anna put his cannon line here so he could bomb the Alamo Plaza. And later on, 1939, it was placed on the National Historic Registry. Went big time. La Villita Historic Arts Village. Shopping and dining galleries and such. But this is where it really pops off. This is Arneson's River Theater. And this is from 1941. This area to my left will hold up to 800 people. See those skulls up there? Those are called calaveras. It's Day of the Dead season. Dios de los Muertos. We see a lot more skulls around. Much bigger ones too. And so yeah, 800 people on our left. And the stage to my right is where we broadcast all of our river parades. And those 5 brass bells above the stage. Those brass bells celebrate, naturally, our 5 wonderful Taco Bells, which we're very proud of. We love them. Which is not the whole story, you guys. Missions. They celebrate the 5 missions now. Everybody knows about the Alamo. We got 4 other beautiful missions there. San Juan, San Jose, Concepcion, Mission Espada. And any of y'all like the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
The swimsuit competition was filmed on that stage back there from the movie. And we filmed a sequel here too. But on the right, we've got Texas Longhorn cattle. These longhorns right here celebrate the very first cattle drive. And the guy in the saddle next to him with the hat, sweet mustache, riding some emotional sport there. That is El Vaquero, the first cowboys ever vaqueros. They were Mexican. OG cowboys. Now, that sculpture sits in front of the Briscoe Western Art Museum here on the right. Now, the Briscoe opened in 2013. They got Pancho Villa's last known saddle, a ceremonial sword of General Santa Anna, and a fully restored Wells Fargo stagecoach, which is huge. And it was built in 1930 as the public library, 1968 for the World's Fair. It was a circus museum, which is a huge hit. All right, so Princess Street Bridge here, it definitely is sharp under there, so watch your fingers. Somebody told me it's electrified too. I don't know if that's true or not. Kind of doubt it. So the Circus Museum was a hit. They had this little tiny flea circus in there. Everybody come down to see the fleas will jump around and do the tricks. Unfortunately, the flea circus did not last forever. One day a dog walked by and stole the show. You guys. guy's really sad. Don't laugh. All right, but on the right, we got an island built by a tree in the shape of a heart. This island here on the right of the boat, this is called Marriage Island. And in a tradition going back to the Mexican Revolution, it's supposed to be very, very lucky to get married on that island, bringing buena suerte, good fortune. Up to 100 marriages a year happen right there. We float by them all the time. And I would know. I'll share this. I can tell you how lucky it is to get married on Marriage Island. My first 3 marriages allegedly did not happen there. But this is the old mill crossing. This is where everybody crossed the river in the 1800s. At the lowest water. Did you guys hear that? Or was that just me? Yeah. Sound like a balloon.
Yeah, there's some building with the gargoyles on the side.
I don't remember where it was. Oh yeah. So this is the old mill crossing. There was a huge mill back there in the 1800s. Everybody get their grain ground up. Lowest water, hardest packed dirt. Even Colonel Theodore Teddy Roosevelt and his Rough Riders crossed there all the time in the 1890s. But dead ahead, inside this bridge, there's a big rust-colored building, green tiles on top. Looks like a bell tower on the right. Looks a lot like a church. Looks like a church. Pro tip: do not run in that building and start confessing, y'all. That's the Bexar County Courthouse.
Oh shit.
I made that mistake one time. It's 1897, oldest continuing operating courthouse in Texas, Romanesque revival style. But if y'all look to the left, so we all already looking over here to the left. This is the first skyscraper in the city. Now, you guys like the Ghostbusters and all? Who hates the Ghostbusters? Well, check it out. This building here to the left, this is not the Ghostbusters building. I'm sorry. But it does have gargoyles and grotesques. Just like the real Ghostbusters building in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, neo-Gothic style architecture. And the brothers who built this, super duper superstitious. So they put gargoyles, those concrete things sticking out on the top of the building. They're 6 feet long. When it rains really hard, water shoots out of their face. And then these creepy concrete faces in the side of the building right here, these creepy faces, those are called grotesques. Dead serious. They wanted gargoyles and grotesques to scare away bad business and evil spirits. Didn't really work too well though, especially the bad business protection, because months after the building was completed for the staggering sum of $3 million, Black Friday, the big stock market crash in 1929, the big one. They finished it in 1929 for $3 million. But because of the Great Depression, Black Friday had to sell it for $300,000. My nose took off in the middle of the night. And here's another one of these skulls here on the right of the boat. This pink skull right there called calaveras, also called sugar skulls. They're all over the river during Day of the Dead season, Dios de los Muertos, celebrating those who passed on but are still with us in spirit. And this building right here, well, the whole first floor of it is called our old marina. But the International Center, this holds all the trade offices for the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Opened in '98, originally built as a library in 1968, another library. But this is the flood channel. I do have to hit the horn for traffic here. It's super loud, so here it comes.
You don't need to see my face.